What? Hey,
It's a
that's
natural
reaction.
They start mixing the
facts
facts.
that they put their story with your story, and
that's really what happened.
And that's what really happened. That's my part, man. What's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? I hope y'all don't mind. I got some tater chips here I'm gonna eat along with my brewski while we sit back and party and have fun with YouTube and Gene Deal at the Gene Deal Show. This is a sad situation, man, and I'm still trying to get to the bottom of it. I really don't think the answer was he shouldn't have been hanging with a bunch of white boys in the first place. I don't think that's the answer, because there was plenty of times in my life that I went on tour with a rock group. I think it was one black kid in the rock group, but you know, we talking about different times. I went on tour with an all white group called The Feedback, and I was the only black sound engineer. They wanted me to run sound for them, so I went with them. We chilling, they buying food and drinks and everything. So I really don't think that this saying he shouldn't have been with them, he should have had another black person with him. That is stupid thinking, people. Friends, period, had a problem with each other and they fought it out, and the guy grabbed something and hit the dude and the guy died. Something like that. Maybe I don't know. But we about to find out, man. How about that? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check it out.
You understand? And that's this little information that I got from y'all. Oh, damn. Yo, shit, man. Listen to me. You can't blame it when you're getting old. You're getting old. I'm trying to go and get old gracefully because I need my rest and my sleep. I'm catching up on my rest and my sleep, my sleeping patterns and everything like that. So
who you telling, Bo?
But I still forget shit sometimes. And that shit like some papers and some information that I wrote down that I want to share with y'all. So I'm going to get this shit so we can get at it. Hold on one second.
You wouldn't forget if you drink Heineken. Heineken helps your memory. Now, Heineken helped you to say, I don't give a shit. And that way you remember more stuff. If you don't care. Don't forget, y'all, become a patron. Find in the link somewhere you could become a patron for free. And Uncle Mike is putting more stuff up on the Patreon. We're going to have a Patreon party. You can donate.
I'm in, man. I made last night. I made some.
Or you can do Patreon
Italian
for free.
Turkey sausages. They had some sweet Italian turkey sausage, and they had some shrimp on sale. So I took that and put that in some Alfredo or some pasta. Oh my God! Then I put a bed of spinach. What I did was I cooked the sausage first, and then I threw a little.
He talking about food, baby.
Cornstarch in there, a little chicken bouillon with a half a stick of butter, and then I threw the shrimp in there with that. Then I threw the spinach, and I stirred all that up, and I put it over my pasta. You know, oh my God, ooh Lord! All I could say was "fat bastard." Doris would have been saying, "You fat motherfucker."
Sometimes you got to do that.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to treat yourself.
Get used to these glasses, man, but it's hard. It's really hard, man. Hey, Narquise 10, all y'all in the building, man. Kelly Turner, Rob, Sodi Salsa, I guess. Libra Queen. Hey, Libra Queen. What up with your mama? Jason King, J. King, Catherine. What up with you? Oh, y'all, some of the first people in the building. Bethela. Bethaniel Hare. Man, I'm taking these shits off, man. Won't be for distance. This is close up, and I'm pretty good. Tasha Miller. Hey, Tasha. What's good with y'all? Tasha was the first one in here. 10 seconds before anybody else. So I shouldn't even call out Barbara Martinez, Richie, ROQ, none of y'all name, because Tasha was in here 10 seconds before any of y'all. But anyway, let's get to it, man. I got some information for y'all, man. And I know y'all been keeping up with this Nolan thing, and y'all been listening to different things and stuff like that, because I thought the FBI was involved in it because it was on their property, but they're not really involved in it at all, y'all. They really not involved in it other than helping the sheriff's department, who seem not to be doing a goddamn thing that they were supposed to be doing. When you have a kid that is missing, if that judge kid was missing, they would have been nonstop. You could see some of the things that was done, even when the phone call was made at 11 o'clock to say that there was a kid missing, and the Coast Guard didn't do a goddamn thing. But I want to start this off, and why this means so much to me. I lost 2 of my brothers in the river. You know what I mean? I lost 2 of my brothers in the river. Terrell Williams and Wendell P. Robinson. You know, Terrell, I don't like to use the word half a step, but my Terrell was a bonus brother I had. You know, we grew up together, lived in the same house, and the whole 9 yards. And I lost Terrell in the Mississippi River. I also lost my brother, Wink. We are the same father. Wink was that dude in the city. Vice Lord. Everybody, a lot of people loved him, but he was trouble. My little brother was trouble. The nigga was trouble. If you had it and he wanted it, he was that type of dude in his blood that he was coming to get it. You understand? And he ain't play games at all. You know, he been up here in New York the whole 9 yards. He's about to body somebody in New York. I could say that because he ain't here no more. You know, and I had to talk him down, beg him down, basically. Because a dude stepped on his shoe and didn't even say sorry. He thought he was trying to be disrespectful. You know, and the dude wasn't like that, but you couldn't tell Wink that. You know, so Wink lost his life in the river, in the Mississippi River, whereas that he they identified him. We had to by his tattoos, and he had one sock on, and his tattoos we identified because he had all his little nieces on his arms. He had all his little nieces on his arm, tattooed on his arm. Because he had blued up and everything like that. You know it. So it's a lot of things that I heard about this case that didn't sit right with me. You understand? And I spoke about a lot of stuff that didn't sit right with me. But some other things came up that I felt that y'all should know and should be corrected. You know, as far as that, I thought the FBI, since it was on that property, that they were assisting. They've been assisting, but not really taking over the case. I may have said they took over the case. I'm not for sure, but if I did, I want to rectify that because they're not. They are not. They're doing somewhat assisting, and if the sheriff department don't ask for no assistance, they don't ain't giving no assistance. All right? Somebody said they born and raised in Mississippi, 404. We all got it, and that's why we have to stand behind Nolan's parents. She was born and raised in Mississippi. And when it comes down to stuff like that, Mississippi doesn't care. Yo, they care. They care. I'm sorry about that, Mississippi 404. They care. You know why they care? They care enough to keep the PACT out of trouble. Nolan's so-called friends, Nolan's friends, they care enough to keep them out of trouble and not get to the truth. Now, let's get to the truth of the matter. And because I want y'all to understand this and realize this, because I say this all the time. And if you hadn't put this in your repertoire and you don't have this in your mindset, you understand, at this age, know that facts change feelings, but feelings can't change facts. You understand that? Facts will change your feelings, but feelings can't change your facts. The only facts that they have in the case right now is the GPS system of the boat, knowing what time the boat left the dock and what time the boat came back from the docks. You understand? All right? Those are the facts that they have right now. Everything is speculation and word coming from both parties. Right? The only other facts they have is the facts that the vote stuff that they release. They got the facts of the autopsy. You understand? And they have the facts. They have the facts of the autopsy, and they have the facts of what the phone had inside and what was really erased. They got those facts, y'all. And I know y'all might, well, Gene, how you know? You know, because I've worked behind the scenes. I've seen them trace a guy do a killing on 206 at a club, rob the dude of his Rolex, his jewelry, everything. Trace him through the clouds. Trace all the phones through the crowd. Seen this dude come out, go into the elevator in the Polo Grounds, look at the watch and revel at the watch that he had just took from the guy, that he had just murdered.
Damn, man.
See, we got Hyder here in New York City. That's all the agencies that work together. You understand? That's Department of Corrections, Division of Parole at the time, but now it's the Department of Corrections, Division of Parole. You got Corrections, Parole, State Police, the DEA. You have the Secret Service. You have FBI. You have, and you have the Inspector General's office. All these guys work in an office together. Rich Block, peace to you, brother. So I knew when they released that body to Nolan's family, they already had the autopsy report. They was not going to release that body until they had the information of, we got to release the body. We're going to do the report and stuff like that. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to do the autopsy. Boom, boom. Then we're going to release the body. No, they did not release the body until they had all the information back from the autopsy report. Because if something went wrong or something didn't come out right, they would have had to go back and redo it. So until they had the information from the body, they was not going to release the body to his parents. Do that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Rob, Sodi Salsa. Does that make sense to you? Law student from Cali. I know that makes sense to you. Samara Jones. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when they tell y'all that they don't have the report yet, the report hadn't came in, and that's the district attorney's office, they are lying.
That's the fact, Jack.
They are lying. They did not release that body until their report and all the information from their report came in.
That's the fact, Jack.
How is it that, the test was inconclusive, the test didn't come out right, they messed up on the test. Hey, hold on. Before y'all start that, let us get that body back. Come on, we need to get that back. Send that back over to us.
What? Dang.
Because some calculations, some tests, some things that pan out right, and it got messed up and misconstrued, and we don't have a full report yet. They're not gonna do that, y'all. They had the full report, and the report, it came back to them before they release the body. Hey, Honey Bunny is in here.
Honey butter.
So now,
Honey butter.
we know that they got the facts of the autopsy report. The autopsy report. The autopsy report. They got the facts of the autopsy report. We know that. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts or suppose about that.
Suppose.
They got the facts and the timeline of the boat.
I'm sorry, I'm hungry. I gotta eat.
And they have the defense, Nolan, the mother. If they had somebody working on that for about a week about the phone, trust and believe that person got the information from the release and the information of the phone.
Keeps it real, all right, baby.
Now, if you didn't know, if you haven't heard it somewhere else before, because you probably did.
Now you know.
They left the boat dock about 9:56. They left the boat dock about 9:56, and they made it to Horn Island about 11:14. Okay. They stayed out there for about 5.5 hours. 11:14, because they didn't leave Horn Island till 4:31. So I think 12:14, 1:14, 2:14, 3:14, 4:14. That's 5 hours and about 17 minutes.
Dang.
So now, they did that. They said that Nolan was not on the boat with them. I say something is rotten in Denmark. Because if Nolan wasn't on the boat with them and everybody was leaving the island, and that's the time everybody started leaving the island or whatever the case or whatever the situation is, somebody would have known it. Yep. Nolan was a football player. He was an athlete. He could have caught a ride with anybody, probably.
Well known.
Somebody would have known something. Somebody would have saw something out there that wasn't peculiar. Was not peculiar, but something that was
out of place.
I'm gonna just use the word out the way. If he, well, hey, they leaving me, whatever. He could have caught a ride with anybody.
Mm-hmm. True.
When you are a popular kid and a good kid,
got that right.
I use that all the time. Something's rotten in Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
And he had his phone. The phone was on the boat the whole time. The phone was on the boat the whole time. That girl didn't say he didn't have his phone.
Maybe not.
Now, they got back from Horns Island back to Fort Bayou or whatever like that. And the boat left out again. They got back at Fort Bayou at 5:52. The boat left out again from about, what's that about they get there at 4:31, 5:31, an hour and about 21 minutes, the boat left out again. Why? They were saying something was wrong with the boat. So if something was wrong with the boat, allegedly, why did the boat leave back out? Oh, I'm going to get to the conclusion of what I really think. And a lot of people ain't going to like it. Yo, listen, Larry Connor Jr., I don't want to make this a black or white thing. You understand? You know, I don't want to make this a black and white thing. All the black football players should boycott. No, all the football players should boycott. Shouldn't be just be the black football players. Yep. If they want to find out to all the football, because this kid was a Mississippi product. All the football players, if that's the case.
That's fact.
In that area. It shouldn't just be the black football players. I don't want to make this a black and white thing. It was those white guys that lawyered up. It wasn't all the white guys in Mississippi that lawyered up. It was those white guys that lawyered up.
People ready so
who
fast.
Claim to be his friends.
So fast to pick teams.
So now, the boat went back out, then came back. Then it was taken out of service, and at 7:19, it was either on its way or had made its way by car to Biloxi, Mississippi. Shout out to my man Tommy Kaya and Reggie Kaya from Biloxi, Mississippi, down the Gulfport.
Okay.
Now let's get to some facts.
And
this is going to show up. Big M BX is in the house. What up, Big M BX? You ain't late. 313. You're late? You're not late, right? Yo, hold up, y'all. I got time out. 313 Evans, you're not late, right?
Time out.
I gotta see what she say. Please, somebody help me. Did anybody hear what 313 Evans said? Because she talking about she was late. I'm late. Oh.
He said
she laid in the chat. Oh my God. Thank you.
That's a joke. That's a joke. He said, no, I'm late.
Ooh, Lord.
Lord.
I thought she was about to expose everything. No.
Hold up.
I'm just messing with you, 313.
313 is late.
I'm just messing with you, Mama. What you thinking, Gene? Oh. I turn some virtually stuff up.
Wow.
That was a bad joke.
Right.
That wasn't even funny.
I'm with you.
Ooh, Lord.
I'm trying to see where they at.
Anyway, so now
I noticed
it's back in Biloxi, the boat. Okay. Now, here comes the kicker. The Coast Guard was called at 11 o'clock at night and said a kid was missing. So now they didn't put no helicopters out. They ain't put no drones out. They ain't do a damn thing. Did they know the kid was black? I would want that answer. I would want that answer. Hey, my black friend. Hey, I had a black friend and he didn't show up. And I think he may have been drowned or something like that. Hey, kid, it's kind of late. We'll check in the morning. All this shit should be looked at. Another thing. Nolan's father and his friend went out there on a boat. They didn't find anything. The Coast Guard didn't find nothing on the 5th. The whole time. But they found something on the 6th because they said he washed ashore. That's strange. It's even more stranger if these pictures come up and Nolan had on blue shorts like his girlfriend or Katie said, but he was found in black shorts.
Dang, young. They changing the people's clothes and everything. I ain't trying to do all that. What happened?
Katie said that at around about 4, she said that he was going back to be with his friends. 3-something or whatever, close to 4. He was going to be with his friends and going back on the boat with his friends. His friends made a statement that they said he was going and spending time with Katie. If that's the case, he would have got on a boat with Katie and her friends. Because that's the only way you could get there is on a boat. Katie said he had on blue shorts.
Dang. Come find out.
He was found in black shorts.
Maybe
that's why somebody felt it was necessary to erase everything that was in his phone and all the pictures that was in his phone that day. Somebody changed his shorts. Somebody changed his shorts. If somebody said that he had on blue shorts, this is what I'm hearing. And they found him in black shorts. The ocean don't change the color of your shorts.
No, they don't, baby.
And let me tell you something else. This is what they didn't mention in the autopsy. He was in that water for allegedly about from the 4th to the 6th when they found him. Can we say 2 days? About 2 days? Barbara Martinez, am I right? Was he in the ocean for about 2 days? 313 Evans said it was 2 days. Anybody else here, was it about 2 days? Huh? Somebody else said, Brandy said it was 2 days. Honey Butter said it was 2 days. Uno said, nah. Why should the dinner record be identified? Why should the dinner record be identified? All right. According to them, 2 days. Richie Block said 2 days, yes. Everybody said 2 days. One, that water should have blew him up.
Okay. I know about that.
That water should have blew him up like it did my brother. Until the fishes start eating on him or whatever like that. But that water should have blew him up. Being in that water out there for 2 days, you understand? It's supposed to do something to your body. Now, I don't know. They couldn't recognize him through his face or whatever, this, that, and the third. That's why they had to use the dental records or whatever like that. Or the reef or something could have torn his face up or whatever. I don't know. But that water should have done something to his body. But when they found his body, it didn't seem like he was in the water for 2 days. I had 2 brothers that died in the river.
2 of them.
I started this whole conversation off about Terrell Williams, my plus brother, and my blood brother, Wendell P. Robinson. That water should have did something to his body. Yes, something is rotten in Denmark. for that water being in there for 2 days and washing up, something should have done. That water should have did something to his body, and they didn't have that effect on his body. Now, let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about something else, baby.
Y'all seen my title.
Okay.
Gene Deal, you have to hear my thoughts on Nolan Wells and the PACT. And the PACT. Do anybody know what the PACT is?
Oh, the PACT, baby.
Do anybody know what the PACT is?
Mm. Mm.
Look at OG Patrice.
Dang.
The YT mob. What's the YT mob? Pack of wolves. Thank you, Barbara. His group of friends. His group of friends. That's what I mean by PAC. Those group of friends, not only they made a PAC. That's why the judge got involved. And I don't care if you two take me off of this shit and they say this, that, and the third. That's why the judge got involved. They made a PAC. Whatever the situation is, or whatever the situation was, they made a PAC. We're all in this together.
Together, yeah. The team stick together. If I go somewhere with somebody, we got to come back together.
They got,
or make it clear.
Those group of boys got white girl wasted. And they made a PAC. They made a PAC, y'all. And if I'm wrong, I'll come over here and say I'm wrong. These are my personal feelings. This is what my bones, my thoughts, my everything that I've learned, you know, everything that I was a part of, all the different cases I've read throughout the years and hearing the crazy shit that I've heard. And I'm not making this a white and black thing. I'm making this out of 3 kids that took a PAC and said, we all did this together, and they made sure each and one of them did something. So if you tell on me and you tell on me, I'm telling on you and I'm telling on him. None of us is going to get away with this, or all of us going to get away with this. They was white girl wasted, under the age of 21, panic, called the judge. The judge told all the parents, yo, you better lawyer up with your kid. Why would each and every last one of them go get a lawyer if the judge didn't tell them?
The judge made him do it.
Now it's not about race because 3 white teams, killed the black team, and because let me tell you, it's not about race, bro. It's about guilt and trying to stay out of jail. It's about guilt and trying to stay out of jail. Miss Bree, I had that same situation, Miss Bree, and I used to say to myself, how my kids act right now, I say I should have kept them in Harlem. But you fearful of them in Harlem, but it's a different fear you have out here for them.
Okay.
Because they don't think like we think. They don't act like we act. And the problem is this. If you don't keep your kids in church and make them spiritually strong and keep them bound them with a family and family environment, they become like them. They think they have a certain entitlement. But I don't want to get into that. I want to stick with this. Sorry about that. The only reason the FBI got involved in this whole case is because some of the white people were being threatened. That's the only reason, y'all. I'm going to tell you the truth. They didn't get in this case that had something to do with Nolan and what was Nolan going through and his family going through in the whole 9 yards. And that happened on FBI property. They got involved in the case because some of the white people were being threatened. When I found that out, I was like, this shit, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. You can't make this. That's the only reason the FBI got involved in it. They didn't get involved in it because it was on an island that is FBI property, federal property, and none of that stuff like that. They got involved in it because that the white kids and the girl or whatever like that were being threatened. And because it happened initially on their property or in their jurisdiction around in that area, they got involved with the sheriff's department about the threats. Nothing about Nolan. I'm standing on it about, it's not about race as far as the black kid, Nolan, and the white boys. I'm standing on that. That's not about race. That's about kids taking a PACT. They wasn't thinking about no motherfucking race, the color of skin. This kid eat at their house. This kid played and drink at their house. Them niggas, they did something wrong, took a PACT, and then now they, instead of, taking responsibility, it's about, I don't want to go to jail, you don't want to go to jail. we don't want to go to jail, and we're going to go with that. Now, the other shit about the police department, the other shit about the FBI, that's always going to be about race with us. But about them kids and the shit that they scared shitless and they did what they did, something happened, they took a pack. It wasn't about race. It was about not going to jail. It was about he fucked up. No, we fucked up.
Okay. Talk to him, Gene. What you got, Gene? I would have fast forward by now, Gene.
Came out with the autopsy.
Oh my God.
Now,
what's up?
The reason why the state hasn't came out with the autopsy report yet is because the family hasn't came out with the autopsy report yet. The state don't want their shit to be different from the family.
I don't see. I put some. I put something in the chat. Y'all don't see my chat. He might have blocked me.
The family gonna come out with it.
Nah, I just ain't looking at it.
Not and whether there's discrepancies, anything they find that was blunt force objects. Bleeding cuts or something like that that wasn't and couldn't be saying that the fish or the reef or something done it.
The butler,
the family gonna let us know. But the state is not gonna come out anything until they hear what the family say.
I just wish they didn't have that.
But the state been had the autopsy report.
Social media lover.
They would not have released that body if they didn't. You don't believe what, Slow Burn?
2015. Hold up, y'all. Let me do something. I'm going to hit refresh. 2015? Yeah. 2015. Hit refresh. We ain't starting from the beginning.
It's a natural.
Dang, that joint look different. There it is.
The YT mob. What's the YT mob? Pack of wolves.
20.
It's back in Biloxi, the boat.
Okay.
Now, here comes the kicker.
Okay.
The Coast Guard was called at 11 o'clock at night and said a kid was missing.
Okay.
So now they didn't put no helicopters out.
Dang.
They ain't put no drones out. They ain't do a damn thing. Did they know the kid was black? I would want that answered. I would want that answer. Hey, my black friend. Hey, I had a black friend and he didn't show up, and I think he may have been drowned or something like that.
You all right,
Hey,
Jen?
kid, it's kind of late. We'll check.
We already did. Damn.
Like it did my brother.
Hold up, man.
Taking a PACT. They wasn't thinking about no motherfucking race. No. But the state is not going to come out anything until they hear what the family say.
And put them on a boat with 3. So
thing until they hear what the family say.
Okay, we're gonna go right here, man. I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna line up. It didn't.
But the state Ben had the autopsy report.
Mm-hmm.
They would not have released that body if they didn't. You don't believe what, Slow Burn?
I can't believe. I can't believe.
Hey, OG Patrice. What's going on? Family. Huh? I'm still live. All right, you can. That's your prerogative. I'll put you on speaker. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Talk about it.
So, in my humble opinion, the reason why I disagree with you, bro, love you to death, but I do think it's about race because, and I'm going to tell you this from personal experience.
Oh, my God.
There are white people can have you in their life, around them. You can eat, sleep, and do everything with them. There are Caucasian people that will marry you, be in relationships with you, have children with you, and still be racist. And I know that from personal experience because I have biracial grandkids, and it came out in her. Every time they get mad, it usually comes out. That's why I am saying, when you take one young black man and put him on a boat with 3 YT boys, and one of them or 2 of them or all of them get into it with the black boy, and he's the only one that ends up unalived. Those 3 white boys, yes, they absolutely made a pact, bro, but they made a pact because they would rather it be them than that black boy. At the end of the day, I am telling you, white people are around us our whole life, and our families, married, babies, the whole 9, bro. And I promise you, the racism will come out if they get mad enough at you. I'm going to give you another example.
But it's okay for our racism to come out, and it's okay for us to promote our racism all on social media and everything.
Richard Pryor was married to his white wife and had a biracial daughter. Every time she got pissed off at her, she called her the N-word, bro. I am telling you, this is real. That's why I say
we say
that it is absolutely about race. Now, I agree with you on the other part about the FBI, only coming in because the white, family was threatened and all of that. I agree. Plus, you're right. It's government property. So I agree with that. But that's the only, I'm just letting you know why I respectfully disagree with that experience, because it has been my experience my whole life of being around these people, having them in my family and having that experience.
All right. I'm gonna say this. I have them in my family. I went to school with them. I went to Jefferson College, which was probably 99.9% white.
Mm-hmm.
At the time when I went to the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, it was, I think probably 85% white at that time, and that was in '86. So I want to say to you that, and being on the basketball circuit and being in the workforce and the job that I did for a living, being a New York State parole officer, being when Department of Juvenile Justice, working in corrections, teaching and all that stuff like that, I can say that I've had plenty of experience working for elite investigations, different stuff that I've been a part of racism also.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a black man who I believe that who has went through the college system and went through the system in the correctional system and went in the law enforcement system and just living in certain areas that have not experienced the racism and what goes on in this country. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to change for us, because if it ever changes for us, they know we always got the edge. We keep it, we make it through the shit that they give us. You understand? And they wonder how. We make it through the politics that they do to us, and they wonder how. If it ever will be getting even, they know that we will thrive amongst the greats when we thrive in the bullshit that they give us. You understand? So now I'm going to say this to you.
Yeah.
When you are involved in certain things, in certain situations, when the criminal activity be involved, I don't believe at that given time, when something happened to Nolan, that it was in those kids' mind that it was racial, that we're going to do this to this nigga. I don't believe that.
Okay.
And this is my
I expect that.
And this is my thoughts on it. I don't believe that those kids at that given time, when something happened to Nolan, you understand, it was about race.
There you go.
You understand?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Saying?
So
I believe
they was on the boat.
I believe there's something happened.
I believe too.
And because they could not
reconcile,
justify it, they could not bring any clarity to anybody. Nobody would understood what happened, and it would get one in trouble or two in trouble. They made a pact that either all three of us going to get in trouble, or all three of us is going to try to get out of trouble. And this was about getting out of trouble more so than it being a racist situation.
Yep.
Now,
this is,
of course,
this was about getting out of trouble. This is about what's called, because I've been in white. I listen to me. I used to have boosters. They used to bring me to their house. Right? I'm in college. Second leading scorer and second leading rebounder. You understand? Thinking I'm going to the NBA because Gerald Wilkins went to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Willie White went to the the NBA usually take one kid off our team or two kids out of our team every year. Give them the tryouts and stuff like that. I know. So now this white kid that they family used to bring me over there on Saturdays and Sundays or whatever like that, I play with the white boy and I get a big envelope. You know what I'm saying? Get a big envelope. You understand? And I asked the kid, do every year your father bring a black guy over to play with you and play ball in the whole 9 yards? He said, black. He said, you're not really black though.
What?
Yeah, that's what he said.
See, bro, but this is
hold on, let me finish.
Oh, okay.
He said, you're not really black. You understand?
What does that mean?
Because I said, what do you mean by that? Because I'm asking. He said, well, see, you in college and you play ball. You understand? So you're not like the black people who don't do anything for themselves or do nothing.
And you didn't think that statement that was made was racist, bro?
But hold up. I knew it was a racist statement You understand? I knew what he was saying, and I knew what they was making him think. They was they didn't know how to tell him, and I explained to them. And I explained to him first. I explained to him, yo, I'm black, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just have an opportunity that most blacks don't have because I have a skill in basketball. That they bring me to this white school to play basketball. You understand? A lot of black kids that don't have that opportunity would love to be right where I'm at, playing with you in this big ass mansion, this house, and doing this other shit like that. I say, but I ain't curse you, he's a kid. You understand? A lot of kids, a lot of black guys would love to do this. You understand? But they don't have the opportunity that I have. I'm black, just like the blacks that you see out there. If you go around the neighborhoods in the hood, I'm still black, bro. It's just that I've been given a different opportunity than them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm telling the kid, do you understand what I'm saying? You said, I'm given a chance. A lot of us don't get a chance. He said, okay.
Okay, I get that, bro. But like you said, it was a racist statement. And this is the thing about how they move and how they do it. They may do it overtly or covertly. That statement was like a covert way of being racist, which is what a lot of people do, white people do. And I'm not saying all, because you think that your experience is different and you may have had a different experience. But there are white people in the world that will do the total opposite. They are the same people that will tell you, oh, I have black friends.
Right.
I got black people in my face. Hold on. I listen to you. Hold on, bro.
No, I want you to go on. I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you. I'm just interjecting, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, they the same ones that say, I got black friends, I got black people in my family. I don't see color. And all the time, bro, they do this covert racism stuff. It comes out in them. Now, if you don't know, one of the guys on that boat just got on his Instagram and made a racist post, bro, about these. He called us sort of like degenerate blacks or worthless blacks. It comes out covertly. Let the narrative don't fit them. Let the narrative are pointing towards their guilt. He just literally spoke up for his brother. And you know what he said in there? Oh, we have had Nolan at our house for 3 years. That don't mean shit to me. Because I know in the same sentence, he also said something racist, bro.
Patrice, you understand? Have you said, are you racist?
Watch you say no.
Have you said something racist before?
I might have said no. I might have said something.
Got him. Get that button in the. Hey, man, get out of here. Come on, man. You ask any black person, are you racist? And after all that race she done talked about, she called in for race. And she said, no, I'm not racist. You sitting there waiting for a white person to say anything racist. But you say all you want about white people, and then you turn around and say you're not racist. Golly, I can't believe that one. I knew, oh my God.
I didn't say, hold up. I asked you a question. I asked you a question.
Listen, no. Hold on. I'm going to answer it. No, I might have said something biased and I might have said something prejudiced, but never racist.
All right.
Racists are people that hold power that can change your life.
You giving me
that kind of power, bro.
You're giving me the technical. You giving me the technical answer and the definition of what a racist is. I just asked you a question. It was yes or no. Have you ever said anything racist?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm glad you haven't. I have. But do I consider myself a racist? No, I do not consider myself as racist. But I have said some racist shit before. I've said some shit against homosexuals, faggots, bulldaggers, cats, dog, bulldaggers, and all that shit.
Me too.
I have done that. But do I give a fuck about somebody's sexuality? No, I don't.
No.
Have I said something about somebody's sexuality? Yes, I have. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, I get your point.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that I don't believe at the time of whatever happened to that kid, they were doing it out of racism.
But see,
You understand? They may have did it out of jealousy. Hold on. Right.
Bro,
they may have did it
because the racism might have came out. Right. Is the reason why they got into it.
They may have did it out of jealousy. You understand? Having one of the prettiest
racists that are racist against us.
Hold up, man. They knew he was black and he knew they was white. They on the same football team. They are friends. They was on the boat together. They hang out together. And they knew this race thing. What happened was some friends had a disagreement. Nolan won, F you, we gonna keep you, F you, we leaving you on the island. Because they had a disagreement of something. Something went down. They friends. This ain't about race. This is nowhere near about race. It just so happens that the problem that they had was with Nolan. I call y'all back, man.
Our jealousy.
Right. They may have did it out of jealousy. They may have did it out of some other factor or fashion. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. But I don't believe at that point. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you understand, it was, now I appreciate your opinion.
I appreciate yours.
I wouldn't put nobody else up on my show like this. You understand? This was nothing that was made up. This is something that you called me on, and
because I was in the chat.
This is a brother. This is a brother and a sister having their opinion about some shit.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? And what I'm saying to you is this, is that we're going to find out, if we find out that the people in the highest places made this about race and not those kids.
Well, I definitely know the people in the highest places did, because they're the ones that control the systems. This is why everything in this world, in the United States of America, is about race and politics. They go hand in hand, right? America. Black people know that we are living in a systemic racist system in society.
We have
right?
allowed
because
them.
We don't have control or ownership over the things that can change our lives. We don't have that type of system to change a whole group of people's life. They have that towards us, right?
But see, Patrice, we don't do, our people in our political party don't do anything to fight against what's right for us. You understand?
I agree that they
because
get
look
in
here,
there and they assimilate.
Let me break it down to you, and people don't know this. In the Social Security, you could tell if a person is black and white by their Social Security number. You understand? Did you ever hear about that? They just start changing it. Have you ever heard about that?
Oh yeah, no doubt, I have.
That is the even numbers, whatever this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
If you black even, if you look, you're born in America. It has 4 different races. It has black, white, Spanish and other thing like that, or Asian or other, something like that. Asiatic or Asian or other. If you're born in a motherfucking America, why you just can't be American?
Right, the whole
why you got to be a different color?
Government and census.
We're the only
the census that they do these things.
Check it out.
Reason.
Check it out.
That's what I'm talking about.
We
the whole
are
system,
the only race. They have changed our color.
Yes.
More than the name of our color more than 4 times.
Correct.
We were Indian.
We went from colored.
No.
Natives first. You right. Indian.
We went from Indian.
Yes.
To I think colored or Negro.
And then Negro.
Then
colored,
Negro.
Then Negro.
Then Black American.
Yeah, and then Afro-American. That
then
was in
Afro or whatever, Black or African or
Afro-American. African-American was brought up in 88 by Jesse Jackson. He's the one that created the African-American.
And that's bullshit.
Of course.
You understand? Because our people was here.
Poor thing.
If you read the Columbus Diaries, they native to this land. You read Columbus Diary and all that other shit like that. Black people was here.
Right.
Before anybody.
Yeah, and all Black people ancestors weren't slaves.
Well, see,
so, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Right. So if you look on our history, and the things that we've done here in America, they will never ever let the truth come out of who we really are and what we really done. But what I want to say to you is that I want to thank you for your commentary and what you came on, and I appreciate that.
Oh, no doubt.
I just wanted the people.
You know I love you, so we just don't agree to disagree on that point. But I love you anyway. You know that.
Right. So then my whole thing about it is that I just want the people to understand is that there is a lot of things that is going to come out of this thing. And if it comes out the right way, I just hope that these two parents who have gotten the whole country in part in their business know that we as a people, there's white people, there's Black people, there's people of all different nationalities. You understand? Feel their pain and feel for what they are going through for losing a child untimely.
Absolutely. No doubt.
And I just want to say, I want to thank the chat today. I want to thank OG Patrice for coming on. You understand? And listen, until we meet again, I'm going to do this grown folks thing tonight, OG Patrice. You might want to be a part of this one because I got a couple of things that I want to get on my Black sisters about for not being subservient or think there's a problem with being subservient to a good man.
All right, what time?
Oh, I'm going to go on. It's 4:39. This is going to be at 8:30. I'm going to start at 8:30. You know what I'm saying? 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm going to start. You know what I mean? All
right, I'll be there, bro.
All right, man.
Love you.
All right,
talk to you.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey, chat, peace. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be good.
Peace.